And Meghan, are they now set to be losers one more time? As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Let's have a wave. It's not bad, is it, today? I know. I find, you get out those, well, I don't want to moan. I know you think, oh, here he goes. I know I can say, groaning away. The hay fever's back. I know. You want to know, the pollen's super high actually today, and I don't know. I never remember having pollen or hay fever at all when I was in my 20s last year. No, but see, and I like the smell of grass so much. Does anybody else remember this? Gap stores. Do you remember Gap stores that were big way back? Well, I remember them selling a fragrance, right, that actually smelled of freshly cut grass. Oh yes, does anybody else remember that? I remember buying that, and now I was thinking the other day, can you imagine putting that on, a couple of squirts of that? You'd be sneezing all day, wouldn't you? It's ridiculous, isn't it? How we change and things like that. Things move on, and you think, oh no, goodness, I couldn't go near that now. I don't know how big Gap is actually. I think it's still big in America. Certainly not big over here. Got way too pricey, really shoddy goods. Primark took over, you know what I'm saying. Back as ever to your breaking roll story of the day. This story, yes, it keeps on rolling and rolling because the bottom line is, as we now know, Prince Harry basically is more famous, if you like, not for the honour of service or indeed the plans to, make sure that his life is all about giving back. He's basically making more appearances in court than the Cray twins. I mean, the bottom line is, what has he got himself into? Massive litigious cases over here with the British press, all about hacking from many years ago. Told you before how Prince William very shrewdly, very cleverly just underlined it, accepted the payment and moved on. It's not backing down. The bottom line is it can consume your life and more importantly prove very expensive, as the former royal Prince Harry is now finding out. But what's interesting here is that, while he's recently just lost his security case against the Home Office and, of course, His Majesty's government for IPP protection, not just here in the United Kingdom, but around the world, is this now going to be the same way for the forthcoming cases? You see, the bigger problem is Harry's lawyer, David Sherburn, is not doing a particularly, many people think, good job. Now, is it truly his fault? Allegedly, because the bottom line also really is about what you can present as evidence. Now, so far, Harry's evidence hasn't really amounted to much. And while the court is still waiting to see some credible evidence ahead of Prince Harry returning back here to the United Kingdom to defend himself in court, which could be, never mind the car chase, but catastrophic, and is going to be front page news because whichever way you look at it, to face very esteemed lawyers in court who will tear your story to shreds, you better make sure you've got some strong evidence. So far, it appears that Prince Harry's evidence is all about, hearsay and how his family were plotting against him or, working with people who were plotting against him, palace courtiers. That really just does not stand up in a court of law. Now, the bottom line is, many people are suggesting that near the 11th hour, he could simply step down and, accept a payment. He'll still, of course, have substantial amounts of cost to pay. But Harry, being rather stubborn and wanting to prove a point, and particularly to his wife, Meghan Markle, that he is a winner, particularly in the court of law, believes he wants to plough ahead and go forward. What remains to be seen is, in this particular period of time, which is only a couple of weeks away, can Harry now find the most credible evidence to back up these alleged claims? It's a developing story, and as ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.